Hello, and welcome to this special edition of Let's Talk About It. It is the Streets Are Talking edition. I am your host, the DIDIS And listen, I know you guys are like, I thought y'all were on vacation or taking a hiatus, preparing for season two. But we are. But the news keeps newsing, the tea keeps brewing. And Major was like, Dee, we got to hop on it. So we are here and we hope that you guys will join us. Go ahead and call your friend, call your family, call your cousins, and tell them to hop on in this live right now. Before I get started, I would be remiss if I did not introduce my co-host. Y'all give it up for the man behind the meme. I call him the voice of God. Give it up for Major.
Stevie, welcome back. Well, hello.
Hello.
How you doing? How you
I am
doing?
wonderful. How are you?
Oh, I am doing pretty well. Pretty well. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and to everyone out there. I am just so in shock that it is already 2024. We are moving along and things seem to be moving quite fast. Like I'm
Already
like,
the
wow, we're
10th.
already in 2024.
It's the 10th. Like already.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's crazy, right?
already. And then it's going to be spring and then summer and so it's moving rather fast. But how was your New Year?
Oh, I kept it simple. I'm scared of you crazy folks. I stayed in my yard with my kids and we lit sparklers, Didi.
Yeah,
That's what we
I know
did.
that's right. I know that's right. Oh goodness.
How
You
about
just
you?
kept it safe.
What did you do?
Say that again.
What did you do?
I told you guys before I left for the holiday break that I was actually going to spend Christmas and New Year's in Dubai, and I did. I went to Dubai. It was
Christmas
amazing.
and New Year's. Like one of them wasn't enough.
Yeah, well, you know what? First of
Man.
all, it takes forever to get there. It's like a two-day traveling. You have to give yourself like 2 days travel to get there. So we left on Christmas night, like it was like 6 o'clock Christmas night, which was the 25th, and we didn't arrive in Dubai until like the 27th at 1 o'clock in the morning. So because you gain a day, we're 9 hours ahead in Dubai. So yeah, but it was Dubai. Let me tell you something. If you can save up your coins and do something really really amazing, I would suggest do Dubai because
How much would I
that
need to save up? How much do I need to save up to get to Dubai to Christmas to New Year? How much would I'm for real, DD? Because I need to know.
Oh
Because I'm trying
gosh.
to go. I'm trying to see something.
It really depends on how you want to travel and the extent of things that you want to do. You can definitely travel on a budget and do it as well. If you want to sit in like the coach seating or something like
No,
that.
DD, don't.
I wanted to stretch out.
Okay, yes, don't dumb down my experience, DD. I'm looking at your photos. I'm looking at your photos. How much would it cost for me to have the DD Sky experience in Dubai? Let me show y'all how good Dubai is. I'm gonna just show you this one photo. If I didn't show you any other photos, right?
Yes.
And I said, let me show you DD's experience in Dubai.
Yes. Show
This
it to him.
Sums it all up right there. That's DD's experience in Dubai right there.
Baby,
I'm talking about you had you a ball. Was it hot?
Dunes, honey. You see the desert?
I'm telling you, I see. Yeah, it's desert. It looks like it's hot out there, though.
Well, we actually went at the perfect time of year. I hear during the summer it's brutal out there, but the weather was absolutely beautiful. It was bearable. Let me tell you a couple of things really quick about Dubai. It is the cleanest place. I said it's a combination between Disney World, Vegas, LA, and the greatest place on earth. Like it is the cleanest place I've ever seen in my life. There is no trash anywhere.
Wow.
And it's safe. So, oh yes, that's me. That's at the mosque. That's at the Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi.
Oh wow, Didi, what is that? All that in the background? That looks like, no disrespect, but that looks like Aladdin. Like I think of Aladdin when I see that.
Well, it is the Grand Mosque in Abu Dhabi. It was, oh my gosh! And as you can see, I had on my attire. I had on an actual prayer dress with the hijab and everything. I was all in. I absolutely loved it. They have a great nightlife. It was so fun. The food was amazing. The hospitality is mwah. It's bar none. It's amazing. And the shops, honey, let me tell you, the shopping was everything. The Dubai Mall is every woman and man who loves to shop's dream. That is where you would go and just fall in love. It's heaven. So yeah. So that's my thing. I did bring back a slight cold, so you may hear me sounding a little nasally.
I was going to ask you, what'd you bring me? But I hope that's not. We definitely don't want that. No.
That's me at the Dubai Mall. It is gorgeous.
What are you riding?
That's me. Yeah, I was shopping. The mall it's a tourist attraction. There's an aquarium in there. It's also attached to the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building. I think it's the tallest building ever. Like it's over 100+ feet in the air. I didn't get a chance to tour the Burj Khalifa, but yeah, their mall is absolutely amazing. That picture right there that's old Dubai. That's old Dubai, what they consider old Dubai. So it's almost like a flea market. That's where everybody's like hustling. They're trying to sell you all these herbs and spices. But even in that location, it's super clean. Super clean. It's definitely
clean. That's what I'm saying. It does look extremely clean. That's
it is
cleaner than stores that I see here. It's cleaner than Walmart.
Right.
I tell you that.
You just say cleaner than Walmart. So that was my New Year's, and I'm wishing everyone out there a happy New Year. Wishing all of your dreams, everything that you desire, to be manifested in this year. Shouts out to yours truly, April in the house. Rachel Scott. Shouts out to you, girl. She was our $200 gift card winner. And this is the reason why, because she is one of our loyal viewers, man. So shouts out to Rachel in the building. Levi Q is here. Listen, you guys, we're so glad that you've tuned in to this special edition of Let's Talk About It. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. If you are watching on my Facebook channel, as I always say, after the show, not right now, after the show, hop on over to our YouTube channel. Let's Talk About It with Didi Sky. Like, share, and subscribe for this very reason, because we might just pop up, just like we just did. So we might just come on in here. Major is still showing the pictures from Dubai. You see me on the camel, Major?
Yeah, Didi, I want to get on a camel. Yeah. But you still didn't give. I tell you what, though, man. When I go to Dubai,
what's that?
Well, I'm not gonna make it to Dubai no time soon. But when I go, I'm gonna have this kind of experience. I'm so enthused.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, you can definitely have those excursions. It's affordable. When you get over there, it's affordable, of course, because our dollar goes quite a long way over there, but it's just a matter of getting there. I ran into several people from the US who were doing some Airbnbs and things like that, so I'm sure there's like plenty of options. We stayed at the JW Marriott Marquise, which is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, definitely check it out. You see, baby, I was ready.
Oh yeah, you were styling, man. You were killing them. So if you didn't have, so normally, I know you said it wasn't that hot. If you didn't have, what is that called again? If you didn't have that on and it was hot, you would need to have that, because
the hygienic scarf and everything. Yeah. Yes, it's definitely it's a barrier for the sun, especially when you go out to the desert. you want to have on, you know, some sleeves or something like that. Now it was cool enough and hot enough that I was able to take I had on, you know, a little jacket, not a jacket, but you know, a little workout thing that I could put on for sleeves, but I was able to take it off and tie it around my waist. So it was cool. I would certainly go back. I would definitely go back.
That's what's up. When I see this picture though, all I can think about is how the sand must have been blowing everywhere.
Which one? Let's see. Oh yeah. Oh hey, yes.
Yeah, it looks to me like the sand had to be blowing everywhere.
It wasn't. It was very still. It was very still. And the weird part about it, like, you know how when we're traveling here, especially in Georgia and places like that, you'll see cows out, like kind of in the pasture, just kind of roaming. In Dubai, you'll see camels just out. So it's absolutely amazing.
They're just walking around like free, like stray dogs, or
they belong to someone, just like, you know, cows do in the pasture, but they're out, you know, eating or whatever, graze, doing whatever they do. But you'll see them. You can be driving and just see them hanging out, just out. But yeah. Yes, definitely. You know, I will do that again. So add that to your bucket list, Major, and we'll.
Oh yeah, I'm going to the Miracle Garden too. I'm going to the Miracle Garden. You better believe it.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yes,
so you guys definitely the Dubai Miracle Garden is everything made of flowers and greenery. It's a horticultural dream. Everything is made of floral. Absolutely gorgeous. So we look out for my social media. When I have a chance, I am definitely going to post my Dubai experience. Dee Does Dubai. I'm going to post that. So just look out for that. But we are here tonight, you guys, to have some fun and talk about this steaming hot tea that's been brewing in the news. You guys, we're here for the streets are talking. Whew.
Yeah, I'm a little out of practice. Major? I'm over here pressing the wrong buttons again, Dee. My goodness. Yeah, God dog it.
That's why we can't be gone for a hot minute. We gotta, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm out of practice, man. That was too long, Dee. That was.
Shouts out to Sean in the building and Rachel Lewis. So Major, let's hop into these hot topics right now. Of course, Katt Williams. That's all I have to say. Katt Williams.
Yeah, everybody definitely. He's a hot topic, man. There's so much going on about Katt Williams. It ain't even funny. He shots fired, man. Shots fired relentlessly to everyone, every single place. So did you watch the whole interview? Did you watch the whole interview?
I did not watch the entire interview. I watched clips and pieces of the interview, but let's just give some reference for those who may have unplugged over the past couple of weeks. So for those of you who may not understand what is happening and why is everybody talking about Katt Williams and Kevin Hart and Steve Harvey? Well, comedian actor Katt Williams appeared as a guest on Club Shay Shay, which is retired NFL player Shannon Sharp's podcast. We're going to talk about the name Club Shay Shay a little bit later on.
Yo, I thought it was just me. Okay. There we go.
Ooh, sips tea. Yeah. But nonetheless, Katt Williams appeared on Club Shay Shay, and he went all the way in on everybody. Literally, like everybody. It was like he had a whole laundry list of people that he was just going to, you know, unveil and unravel during this interview in this exclusive. So the backstory to that is a few episodes before Katt appeared, comedian and actor Ricky Smiley was on the show. Ricky Smiley told Shannon Sharp that he was actually up for the part of Money Mike in Friday. Now, this is how far back. This almost reminded me of Charles Oakley. Like bringing up
Oh man,
Charles
yeah,
still
no
mad about the
filter.
old stuff, baby. So
Yeah.
so this is how far back all of these things have happened. But nonetheless, Ricky Smiley made mention that he was actually up for the part of Money Mike in the movie Friday, not the Santa Claus. And he said that he came in auditioning for that role, but then they decided to put Katt Williams in the role. And when they did, they really built out the character of Money Mike. So let's reference that now. Money Mike's character originally was supposed to be just, one of your neighborhood, I don't want to say bums, like neighborhood guys that just hang around at the corner store. He was just one of those guys, right? But when Katt Williams came on board, and of course, Katt has all of this range and he's excellent at being a pimp, obviously, they turned that character into a pimp. And so Katt Williams was just upset at the fact that Ricky Smiley said that he was supposed to play that part. And so he went in on that. He made reference that in his contract. Now, did you hear this part, Major? He said that in his contract, it says that if he was ever to work with Ricky Smiley again, Ricky Smiley would need to be wearing a dress.
Yeah, that part was crazy. That part was crazy. I don't know if I believe that. That might be a little. I think that was him being a comedian, personally. Even though he was probably trying to, start some mess, but
I needed a receipt on that. But he did say when you saw them again in a movie, Ricky was wearing a dress. That part I guess was true, but the fact that it was in his contract, that was like, it was kind of weird. But he went in. He also went in on Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
He stated that Steve Harvey, is famous for stealing material, that he stole material from Mark Curry.
Yep. And he said Cedric the Entertainer stole his that joke about the Cadillac, but he turned into a space. Yeah.
Right.
That was my favorite part, though, is when they were talking about the wives all looking the same. How he was talking about everybody's wife looked the same.
He basically said that they Stepford wives, that they all marry the same, and because it's a plant, is what his theory is. What Katt's theory is that they are plants. Kevin Hart is a plant. They all marry these bright skinned women that never do interviews, and it was a lot. It was a lot. But let me say this: I've watched several interviews, and I've seen the responses. It's been mixed, in the media. And you tell me what you've seen. I've read where some people, especially my folks down at home in Miami at 99 Jams, they made some references because of course we really close with Ricky, being that he's on the air in Miami. And so a lot of people were taking up for Ricky. It was like, that it's true that when you go in for parts roles can change. So that part they definitely supported him in. And even Trick Daddy, came at Katt Williams and told him, he was like, you snitching, and basically snitches get stitches. You know how Trick say stuff. So yeah. But what did you hear?
Hey, honestly, that I've always heard that that's like an Illuminati thing. And I don't know, it's kind of hard to ignore it, man, when you see stuff like that. And now it's like becoming so much more popular to talk about. It was a time that you really didn't talk about the Illuminati. It was just a thing that, was a conspiracy theory that some people had heard about. But nowadays it's like everybody knows about it. Major A-list celebrities are like Katt Williams are coming forward. A lot of other people are jumping on that bandwagon. Like, what's happening?
Yeah. He spoke about the Illuminati as well, and he referenced Ludacris. Like he didn't
No,
Katt was like, he's
that part
talked
was
about
crazy.
everyone.
And so
So yeah,
everybody's
so
also,
he
as far as Ludacris, people are going, they're laughing at Ludacris because like everybody's saying, well, Katt dissed you, said you was a part of the Illuminati, dissed your wife, and all these other things, and you came back with a jingle. He said, somebody said he came back
wasn't
with a
a
jingle.
jingle. It
That's
was
what he
a
said.
rap. It was
No,
a rap.
I think it was
Now,
Carlton White. What's his name? Charleston White.
Charleston
Yeah,
White.
Charleston White said he responded with a jingle. Yeah.
You know what? I'm not gonna let him come for Ludacris like that now. Luda is my boy. Luda is my boy, but Luda came back with a rap. You know, he responded with a rap with 8 bars, with some bars, and he
Yeah, but
basically was like, don't try him with the Illuminati. But
I mean,
Katt did
really,
say
they
that
saying he
he
didn't
and
deny
Luda
it.
were invited to an Illuminati meeting. That's what he said.
So it didn't sound like he denied any of it though. So if it like in, you know, if you don't deny something publicly, but you respond to it, what does that mean? You know,
Well,
that's
he
just what I
didn't
think about it.
deny going
He
to the
didn't
meeting. So maybe was invited
he
to a meeting.
didn't confirm it,
Maybe
but he did not deny it.
maybe he just didn't accept the Illuminati. What is the Illuminati for real?
I don't know. Anybody
It's
know in the
supposed to be like
comments
a secret.
what is the Illuminati? I guess it's like
We
a
need to
secret
have
society that controls
yeah,
the all aspects of
the
our lives.
industry.
Yeah, the industry
Yeah, but
especially.
you're be able to. It's like selling your soul to the. You're supposed to be like you have to give up something to have a certain level of success because they all. I've heard them reference Beyonce as being that she was in the Illuminati. We have to bring somebody on to talk about that.
Yeah, we do need to have a discussion about that because if they are doing these things in these meetings, I want a little piece of that pie. Because never mind. I'm not going to say that on the air because I don't want to.
You gotta go to the Illuminati.
If I end up in it, I don't want people to be like, oh, well, I knew he was in it because he said he was in it. So I want to take back what I said about being in Illuminati.
So if you just come up out of nowhere and you balling, you got this money and all this, I'm gonna be like,
if I'm up one day, listen, we are in the Illuminati. Just know that we are in the Illuminati. Okay. If I'm up, more, I'm telling you. All right.
Don't put Diddy Scott name in. I don't want no parts of the naughty. I don't want no parts of that.
So speaking of like Katt Williams, did you know that Tori Hart or her name is Tori Hart? I'm gonna say Tori Hart. Kevin Hart's ex-wife. Did you know she did comedy?
Right.
You knew that?
Yes.
I did not know
I was aware that she did. Yeah, I was aware that she was trying to start a comedy career. Shortly after their divorce, she started talking about really honing in on her craft on acting, comedy and other things, writing and producing movies and things like that. So I am aware that she had a desire to do that. I haven't seen any of her stand up, but I found it interesting. The timing was pretty interesting, and the fact that they would
partner with. Is that like a sneak diss or what is that? Is that a sneak diss? Like the fact that
it's absolute shade.
It's shade. Okay, yeah. Okay, so it's definitely shade.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I didn't know if it was just like good, wholesome, and humble business or not.
Oh no. That was it's absolutely like how when Rick Ross and 50 and Floyd Mayweather was beefing and Ross's ex-girl was hanging out with them. Like when you do things like that, it's intentional. You know that your ex or your person is.
It was absolutely So
absolutely.
So Kevin Hart's response, obviously he's got to respond in a way that's like public relations, respectful. I don't know how to say that, but he can't just say what he wants to say.
That's right. Very
but
PR.
he was very supportive. He kept it very short, and to the point was like, I wish him luck. Basically, that was the big gist of it. Do you think he really meant that, or do you think that was all? Do you think he really feel that way? At the end of the day, if he was talking to one of his homeboys, that he would be sitting there saying, "No, I really do wish her well." or wish her and Katt
I
well
would
in their
think that
tour?
Kevin would say, "I give 0 fucks."
Really, he really
Excuse
don't.
me, mama. Yeah, I don't think no, I don't think he
No, he really
cares
don't
like
care.
one bit, one iota. No, I really
Okay,
don't think he cares.
okay.
No,
Because I
I
mean, he
don't.
getting his money.
Kevin is doing really well in his career, but this is the
Yeah.
other part before we move on to the next hot tea. Um, I also saw comedians who praised Katt Williams. Corey Holcomb is one of them. Comedian Corey
Oh
Holcomb
man, Corey Holcomb is the
stated
best, man.
that
He is hilarious.
he's good and crazy, but he stated that during his time on Wild 'N Out, he was absolutely broke. And he said that the girls at Wild 'N Out received like $25 an episode. The comedians received, I think, 600 or was it 900? But nonetheless, he said that he was absolutely broke. And Katt Williams came on the show and like made it rain. And he said, low key, like he picked up a couple of stacks, like he picked up some money, a couple of, picked up them hundreds, and he needed it.
That's sad
So
though, because you have to, man. That's sad that you would even have to do that. You know how embarrassing that
yeah,
is? Like, yeah, and I respect that, for him saying that they were low key, just and real low key, just send like money to comedians that they liked and enjoyed because they knew what the struggle was like. I respect that so much. And you know what? Another thing people don't talk about enough about Katt Williams, you never really hear them blasting this. This man got all them adopted kids. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
he takes care of all them kids and, provided a better life. Say what you want. Whatever they had going on was in the situation where they would need to be adopted in the first place. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he definitely got some good characteristics about him, man, but he definitely need to watch out because they're going to come for him. They're going to come for him.
I'm
But it
wondering
could it be marketing?
what
Could it all be marketing? And I always think like that.
Right. Yeah. Because I think he'll always get, another Netflix special or something like this from the controversy. Whether or not he'll end up in another movie role or anything like that, I'm not sure of where his career will go, but he will always be a stand-up comic. Like he's funny. I watched one of his specials the other day and I was like, it was old and I still was laughing my ass off. So, but yeah, I think it's just, I think it's just it's the season of snitching. No, what in the world?
Yeah, everybody's snitching.
Nobody holding nothing back.
Nah,
they're like, the mic on.
Everything coming out this year, man. Everything coming out. The Epstein list. We're not gonna talk about that tonight. But yeah, everything coming out.
Everything.
Everything. It's crazy.
So shouts out to Brandy in the house. Let's move on to our next hot topic. Stevie J and Faith Evans. After only 3 years of marriage, their divorce has been finalized. So for those of you who know, Stevie J, music producer and love and hip hop star, married Faith Evans, singer and former wife of rapper Biggie. And they recently, split up. And so they divorced. And they cited irreconcilable differences as the reason why. The rumor mill was that there was some infidelity.
Really? Was
you
there?
said not surprised?
No, I said, really? Was there? What? No. Who was being infidel? Who was the infidel?
Who was being the infidel?
Yeah, who was it? Which side? Which side? Was it Stevie J?
No,
you don't know which side?
Well,
if you had to put your,
Stevie J, he out here, you doing his little mouse look,
Is that attractive
his little mouse
Let me
look.
ask, is that attractive?
It's not. It's not.
Because I had started doing it for a little while.
No shade.
I had started doing it.
Being thrown. You were doing the Stevie J?
Because I thought it was popular. I didn't know, but I found out that it wasn't popular. But I don't do it anymore.
Well, come from behind the meme and do it so everybody can see.
No, we're not gonna. No, I'm not gonna do that, Didi. We all know I'm not gonna do that. How nice of you! Wow.
Well, according to the streets, because the streets do talk. I've heard that Stevie J is, well endowed. That's just that's what the
Okay.
streets say.
So she was
So
thirsting.
and
So,
even
you know,
on
she
Love
had
and
a-
Hip Hop, they talked about it. Because remember, he was he married to Mimi? No, they just have a child together. Him
yeah.
and Mimi and Jocelyn
Jocelyn was bad as
Hernandez.
Boosh.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But
So
so
they would
how
talk
does it,
about his package.
and I know I like all of this stuff about this is you know, they're not going to disclose it. It's private. But how
Yeah.
does it happen that she ends up paying him $1 million in spousal support?
Spousal
How does
support.
that happen? Anybody know in
Yeah.
the comments?
Yeah.
How does that happen? Because my thing is, I thought Stevie J had money. That's what I would assume. You know, see Stevie J, and then you know, obviously, if she's paying out $1 million in spousal support, she got enough money. By the way, Faith, if you're looking for somebody and you need somebody to be together for about 3 years, and are
Raise
willing
your
to
hand, Major.
potentially pay not child support, spousal support, shit, child support too. We'll take it all. Faith, I am faithful. Yes, I am.
You are faithful. Faith,
Yeah,
you are faithful.
I'm trying to figure out how does that
Well,
happen. Like, what?
I guess he was able to prove that he, you know, was in a certain place during the marriage, and maybe he took the same thing with Mary J. Blige and Kendu. You know, Mary J. ended up having to pay Kendu her ex spousal support for a very long time. So yeah, I haven't seen the dollar amount, but there was no prenup in place, and I guess that's why the judge cited that he should have the right to some spousal support to help him get back on his feet or whatever. I don't know. Well, best of luck. It's going to be interesting to see who he's going to end up with next.
So what do you think about that though? What do we think about that? Like, is that like, bro, get your bag? Or is it like, how dare he? Like, honestly, what are your honest feeling on that as a woman?
You know, I don't know, because I don't know their internal situation and what he did, because you had to be able to prove that you were in need or there was a place for you to receive spousal support. Like you have to prove that. So they don't just grant you spousal support. You have to be able to prove that.
Yeah,
so
I guess
for
so.
whatever
Huh?
reason,
Yeah. I think he had some dirt on her, but I think he had some dirt on her maybe. But no, they didn't disclose specifically what it was.
No.
By what it was. So yeah, I'm sure it'll come out eventually. It'll come out
It
eventually.
will.
I need to get some spousal support, Didi. For real. We need to get me
We're
somebody.
gonna keep our
We need to get me somebody on the way down who's desperate and just need like a good year or two. And then I can, you know, break free from, because I'm not feeling it anymore. And then we can get some spousal support, and then I'll put it towards the podcast.
Hell, we accept it. We accept it. I accept it. Oh boy. So last but not least, Jonathan Majors. Lord, Jonathan.
My poor guy.
Jonathan is catching hell. He needs to be singing, I'm catching hell. well, because he has been catching it. First, he was found guilty of assault and harassment of his ex-girlfriend, Grace Jabari. And now he's on Dr. Bernice King's bad side.
Yeah.
Poor thing.
So apparently the comment made was in reference to his, what I think, current girlfriend, Megan Good. Right. And what he said was, you know, everybody expected her to leave him. And to which he responded on social media. He said, no, she held it down like Coretta. And now, so
Bernice,
King,
he actually referenced Coretta. He referenced Coretta King multiple times. So the audio that was used in court was a conversation between he and his ex, Miss Jabari, and he told her that he wanted her to hold him down like Coretta and like Michelle Obama. He said, because he's a good man. And and so he was looking for a woman that was, had 10 toes down for her man, that was ride or die, that was strong and can support him. So he referenced her then, right? And so they used that audio in court. And so when he recently did his interview, he stated in the interviewer asked him why he made that reference, and he explained that. He said, because they are very strong women, and the men in their lives needed strong women to be able to support them and be able to hold down the family and all of these things. And so she asked him about his relationship with actress Megan Good, and he said, I quote, let's see, let me make sure that I have that right. He says that she is an angel and that she has held him down. She is an angel and she has held him down like Coretta. Quote.
Now, did he say that publicly? That's my question. He said that where? Where did he say that? He said that publicly.
He said that in his interview with ABC. In his recent interview with ABC, he said that during that interview. Mm-hmm.
So does Dr. Bernice King have a claim? You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, let me tell you what Dr. Bernice King said.
My mother wasn't a prop, right?
That's right.
Right?
That's what she said.
What do y'all think in the comments? Does she have? I mean, how do the kids say it, Didi? Is she standing on business? I don't know if I used that right.
Is she standing on business?
Yeah, I don't know if I even used that right.
Is she standing on? Does she have her receipts to say that don't use my mom as a prop?
Put yourself in her shoes just for a moment. Let's play devil's advocate, because some people say she's reaching, and the other half of the internet is saying that she's got a very valid point. Put yourself in her position. I want you to imagine for a second that you are the daughter of Martin Luther King. Is that Martin Luther King's daughter? I would think, right? I know he was out here.
It is. That's their youngest daughter. It's their youngest.
Okay, cool. So imagine that, right? And then this guy, through all of this controversy in the media, says this publicly, publicly, and makes a reference to his, current girlfriend holding him down in a situation that is very unlike what he's dealing with publicly, right? So what does that name do for him on a public platform to say Coretta? We try to shift the focus, and I don't even know how he even got in trouble in the first place. I don't even want to go down that rabbit hole, but I saw a video with a girl chasing him down the street. I got to do my research.
Right? Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. So there was video, and I don't think that they were able to use that actual footage in court, which is interesting, but they were able to use the audio of him having that conversation. And let's be honest now, we've heard rap lyrics that reference strong women like Coretta Scott King and, Winnie Mandela and who else? I'm missing help me.
My favorite is my president is black.
X's wife name.
Oh, Betty Shabazz.
Betty Shabazz, right? Yeah, so we hear that in rap songs. I've heard men mention that, like I want a strong woman like Michelle Obama. People say that, and what he did was he said something in a private setting that we've heard before. It's not like we haven't heard that before, and like people haven't said that before. It's just that it became a public announcement when it was used in court, and then it trended all throughout the media, and so it became public. And then when he was asked the question in his interview on ABC, he stated it again. He said that this is why I mentioned Coretta and Michelle Obama, and he said that Megan was his stood by him that way. But let me ask you this question.
I'm gonna have to ride with my boy Levi on this one, man. He should have never mentioned Coretta. What he say? He should have never mentioned Coretta. He should never mention Coretta. I'm ride with my man on this. Look, now why? I'll be honest. That's how I feel.
Why do you feel like in a public setting now? This was public. This was a public conversation between him and his girlfriend. He didn't know she was recording him.
Oh, so she didn't know he was recording. I thought I saw.
No. Right. So let me go. Okay. Let me make sure that everyone is clear now.
That's the originally, I got to stay off TMZ.
Originally, the conversation Originally, the conversation was between him and his ex-girlfriend in the house in a private setting. And he mentioned to her he wanted her to have the same stance as Coretta and Michelle. She recorded him. They used that recording and that audio in court. So that's how it became public information.
The girl that he got sued by is the one who recorded it.
The one that filed the assault charges.
I thought him and Megan Good was in a relationship. He was creeping on Megan Good. Is that what I'm understanding?
No, that was his ex-girlfriend. Now he's with Megan.
Oh, okay. Wow, he did. Okay, so he didn't waste no time, I guess.
Well, that's what I was going to say as well. Yeah. So the argument between him and Miss Jabari, the ex-girlfriend, was because when they were riding in the car, he received a text message on his phone that said, "I can't wait to kiss your juicy lips," or something like that. So the question is, do you think that that was Megan sending him that message? Was this something already in the works? Because him and Megan did appear quite fast, like right after the breakup. I mean,
because she seemed a little super upset for something that's supposed to be over, man. You know, so that's a lot. So that's a lot. I hate that he lost all his deals, man. I hate that he lost everything, and now we got to recast Kang in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're not happy about that.
Listen, so that's the other thing too, is that he lost several roles and endorsements since the initial claim, and of course the verdict of guilt, the guilty verdict. He's lost several endorsements. So y'all, I'm telling you, you better be squeaky clean out here, because between Puffy and everybody else, like companies are not having it when it comes to brand representation and ambassadorship.
Right.
So my girl, yours truly, April, said, "I didn't see any disrespect in it. If he meant her being a strong woman, because Coretta Scott King was that."
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I have my facts
wrong. I think I had my facts a little off.
Yeah, so it was a private conversation that became public. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Deborah agrees. She doesn't see the disrespect either. So maybe Dr. Bernice is reaching a little bit. She could be reaching. Yeah. Maybe she could be sensitive also, because MLK Day is Monday.
Coming up. It's Monday. Yeah, we'll be observing MLK Day.
Hey, shout out to everybody from MLK. What you gonna be doing for MLK?
I'm gonna be here. I'm sitting down.
You're not
grilling out? I'm gonna sit all the way down. Yeah, I'm not gonna grill out. No. Okay. I don't think I'm grilling out or doing anything. I really just, after that trip, a trip of that magnitude, just it's a lot. It's taxing, and as I know
that feeling. Yeah.
As I mentioned, I have a little slight. So I just really want to just slow roll, just glide for probably the rest of the month or so.
All right,
so
cool.
Yeah.
That was good. Didi, I enjoyed this. I definitely enjoyed this.
Yes,
we'll have to do this again.
Absolutely. What a segment. Thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, for the very reason that you don't know when we might just pop back up. But we are preparing an amazing season 2 for you guys, right, Major?
Oh my goodness, I'm excited.
Major?
I'm excited.
Yes, we're preparing an amazing season 2. But when some things, are on fire, when the streets start talking, we will pop in here and have these candid discussions with you guys. But be sure to follow me on all of my social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, which is now X. You have to call it X because that's what it is, Major. X, Facebook.
Yeah.
At Didi Sky, DIDISKKY. And of course, follow the Let's Talk About It on Instagram. And if you have any show ideas, we would love to hear from you, because again, this platform is just for you. So if you have any show ideas, advice, if you want to give some support, contributions for, whatever, sponsorships, whatever, be sure to email us at let's talk about it ddSky@gmail.com. That's LTAIDIDISKY@gmail.com. Major, tell them how they can check you out.
Well, we can follow me on all social media platforms, folks, at Design by Major. I'm literally everywhere.
That's it. That's it.
Right.
Oh, well, that's it. That's all, y'all. Again, a great segment. The streets continue to talk, and we will continue to bring you the hot topics right here as they unfold. You guys make sure that you have a wonderful week. Enjoy that MLK, and do not use Miss Coretta Scott King's name in vain, because Dr. King is going to, Dr. Bernice is going to come for you. You don't
roll
want
over
none.
in his grave, but we are not trying to have that. Shout out Dr. King.
None. That's right. So this concludes this special edition of Let's Talk About It with ddSky. The streets are talking. I am your girl, the DIDISKKY. And before I go, you know what I say: go for your goals, reach for the stars, because the sky has no limit. We look forward to seeing you soon. Be well.